Assalam-o-Alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Section 4.3.2 Ismul Fa'ili Active Participle. What is Ism Fa'il? To understand the Ism Fa'il, first let me tell you what is Fa'il. Fa'il is the doer of any work, doer of any action. Similarly, Ismul Fa'il means a ism which represent the doer of any fail, that is called Ismul Fa'il. Okay, definition: it is an ism which indicates the one doing or undertaking an action described by the root letters. It is irrespective of its position in a sequence. It is created from Sulasi Mujarrad fail on the pattern of Fa'ilun. For other than Sulasi Mujarrad fail, it is created on the pattern of Muzare, its pattern of its Muzare, by changing Harf Muzarin into a meme with a Zamma and giving a Kasra to the letter before the last. As I told you in the previous class, I am going to repeat the same again. I told you that Ism Fa'il, Ism Maf'ul, Ism Tafzil, Ism Mubalagha, Sifat Mushabba, all these are Asma'ul Mushtaqaat, and they should be taught in Sarf book. And if these are discussed in Nahw book, it does not mean that it is wrong, but we cannot able to explain you everything in Nahw which is especially taught or discussed in Ilmus Sarf. So for everything about Ism Fa'il, we are not able to explain you here in the Ilmus Sarf video, Ilmun Nahw video. Why? Because it is a lot time consuming and it's a whole other discussion. For example, if I want to explain you what is Ism Fa'il, I can explain you what is Ism Fa'il. I can also able to explain you what is Sulasi Mujarrad, because we have seen some examples related to Sulasi Mujarrad. But then we have Sulasi Mazid Fi, Sulasi Mujarrad, Sulasi Mazid Fi. Then we have Rubai Mujarrad, Rubai Mazid Fi. And if we haven't discussed all these things, if we haven't understand what is Bab, it is very difficult for us to understand everything which is going to come under the Ism Fa'il topic. So that's why please refer to Ilmus Sarf book, understand these topics. Still, if you are learning Ism Fa'il without understanding those topics in Ilmus Sarf, it is fine. You can able to understand it. It is not a big deal. Why? Because right now you are only understanding the terms and its uses. Okay, and it is you can able to get the enough idea about Ism Fa'il and its uses and how it act as a amil if you focus closely here. So this part I am not going to explain, because this is totally depend on if you are familiar with a Sulasi Mazid Fi concept or Rubai Mazid Fi. Similarly, just remember that Ism Fa'il is actually made from the fail itself. Like from Nasara, Ism Fa'il is created like this, Nasirun. From Nasara, Ism Fa'il created as Nasirun. So Nasir means one man who is helping. So Nasirun is created from Nasara. Again, from Zaraba we can create Zaribun, the person who hit. See, it has the same effect as that of its activity of Fele Maruf. If it is Fele Lazim, it is give Rafa to Fa'il. If it is Mutaddi, it is give Rafa to the Fa'il and Nasab to Fele Maf'ul. For example, when we are saying Nasara Zaidun Amran, Zaid hits Amr. Now instead of Nasara, I am saying Nasirun Zaidun Amran. Here the Zaid is hitting Amr. They both have the same meaning. Yes, it's a slight different tense, but they both have the same effect and same meaning. Here Nasara is the one who is responsible for the fa'il i'rab as well as the maf'ul here, and here Nasirun is responsible for the i'rab of fa'il and amr maf'ul. So similarly, where the Zaid is the fa'il of Nasara and Amr is the fa'il of maf'ul of Nasara, here Zaid is the fa'il of Nasir and Amr is the maf'ul of Nasir. Ism fa'il acts only in either of the following two situations: when it is prefixed with alif lam, like ana ash-shakiru ni'mataka. Ana ash-shakiru ni'mataka is actually ana ashkuru ni'mataka. Ashkuru is a fi'l from which instead of using the fi'l we have used the shakir. Now you may be wondering how we can able to create these things and how we can able to understand. That's why I told you these all topics are discussed in ilmus sarf, not here. So I'm not going to explain you because it will create a lot. It take a lot of time, and then we are not able to finish this book on our given timeline. So please, I suggest you go and watch these topics in surf, and if you want me to explain you those topic separately, then I will make a video and explain you those things, or maybe I will teach you the surf. And second, when it indicates present or future tense and it preceded by mubtada, mawsuf, istifham. You know what? Let's skip this chapter or the chapters which is going to be discussed in the surf. Why? Because what we have to understand here right now is that all the ism fa'il, ism maf'ul, ism mubalagha, ism tafzil, they all act as a fa'il, and they need fa'il and maf'ul as well. Let's see the analysis. Zaidun is mubtada, Zaribun is ism fa'il, Abu is muzaf muzafile, fa'il of Zaribun, and Bakran is maf'ul. Fail fa'il maf'ul become khabar of Zaidun mubtada. Then we have ismul mubalagha. It is a ism which conveys extremity, intensity in the meaning. Ismul fa'il is turned into segas of mubalagha, which exaggeration in the meaning is intended. Some of the wazan of mubalagha are follow. So what is ism? Don't worry about the wazan or anything. Just simply remember what is ism mubalagha. Ism mubalagha is used in the situation when you want to exaggerate the meaning of any particular thing, or when you want to create the intensity in a khabar. Ism mubalagha does the amal of ism fa'il. So ism mubalagha is also similar to ism fa'il. They have fa'il as well as maf'ul. Then we have the wazans, but we are not going to discuss it. Az-zahibun sadiquna is our friend is going. Az-zaribu zaidun bakran. Zaidun is the person who is hitting bakr. Lasta bi jahidin. Lastu bi jahidin fazlaka. I am not the one who is denying fazlakum, your ihsan on us, your goodwill on us. Amunjizun antum wa'dakum. Are you all the one who, munjizun means the one who fulfill your promises. Ma sharibun zaidun al kahwata. Zaid is the not who drinks coffee. Zaidun sharibun kahwata. Zaidun is the person who drinks coffee. Al mu'minu muhsinun amalahu. Mu'min is the person who is good in his amal. At-talibu qariyun kitaban. The student is the one who is reading the book. Then we have ismul maf'ul. isme maf'ool represent the isme maf'ool is a ism which represent the maf'ool. Let's skip this chapter because understanding this is totally depend on if you understand the sarf. Then we have sifat mushabbah bil bi ismil file. This is also explained in discussed in sarf. Then we have ism tafzil, again discussed in sarf. Masdar. Masdar is related to ilmun nahw. So masdar, what is masdar? I told you masdar is a word from which is not created from any existing Arabic word, but in future lots of new words extracted from masdar. And ironically you can say that the isme fa'il, isme maf'ool, isme tafzil, isme ala, isme mubalagha, these are the all words which are extracted from masdar. It is an ism which refers to the action indicates by corresponding fail without any reference to the time. It is the root of all derived word. So masdar is also have the meaning of fail, but what's make it different from fail is that it is ism. So in masdar we have the action but without any tense, and in fail we have action with tense. For example, Ra'aytu zarban al-yawma Zaidun bakran. Today I saw Zaid beating of Bakr. One minute. Okay, see. Zariban is a masdar here. Masdar also have fa'il and maf'ool. So Zariban is a masdar. Zaidun is the fa'il of Zariban. Bakaran and al-yawm both are the maf'ool of Zarban. Okay. Now the whole sentence became maf'ool of Ra'aytu fail. So translation is I saw Zaidun hitting Bakr today. Not hitting actually, I saw hitting of Zaid to Bakr or on Bakr al-yawm. Masdar is generally used in one of the following two ways. One, file as a muzaf to its file, like karihitu zarba Zaidin. Here zarba is muzaf, Zaidin is muzafil, and zarba is masdar. I dislike Zaid's beating of Bakr. Or another as muzaf of its maf'ool bihi, like karihitu zarba bakrin Zaidun. So zarba is a file of muzaf here. So in sentence masdar can be used. What we have to remember from this topic is that similar to ism file, where we need where we need file and maf'ool, masdar also need file as well as maf'ool. Okay, I thought we skipped the exercise before. Let's solve the exercise because you need exercise. This one is completed. Let's solve this exercise. Zaidun masmu'un khabarahu. Zaid is the person whose information is heard. Khalidun muallimun ibnuhu al-hayakata. Khalid is teaching his ibnahu, his son, al-hiyakata. Hiyakata is subject, I don't remember its actual meaning. I mean I don't remember it. Al-ilmu ma'rufatun fawaidahu. Knowledge. Ma'rufatun means it is famous, fawaidahu, its benefit. Al-faqiru, the poor, mu'ta saban, cloth were given or cloth given to him. Al-kitabu mutqinun tab'ahu, a book strong the nature, strong the make the Tab'ahu means, oh no, tab'ahu mutqinun. Okay, so you can take this one mutqinun and check in the dictionary. Al ashjaru, the trees, maqtu'atun, were cut down, aghsanaha, their branches. The trees whose branches were cut down. Then we have exercise. Translate, fill in the i'rab, identify the sifat mushabba in the following passage. Kana Harunu or Rashidu fasihan kariman, humaman wari'an, yahujju sanatan wa yaghzu sanatan wa kana adiban fatanan, hafizan lil Qur'ani, salimu zawqi, sahihu tamizi. Okay, so Salim az-Zawqi, Sahih at-Tamizi, Jazi'an fil haqqi, Mahiban in the khassati wal ammati, wa kana talqul mahya. Kana talqal mahya. Yuhibbu shu'ara'a wa yu'tihim al-ata'a al-jazila. وَيَدْنِي مِنْهُ أَهْلُ الْأَدِيبِ وَالدِّينِ وَيَتَوَاضَعُ لِلْعُلَمَاءِ. Now the translation. Harun Rashid was Fasih, means who is good in language. Kareem, noble. Humaman, I do not know the meaning. Wari'an, same, I don't know the meaning. Yahujju sanatan, he do perform Hajj 1 year. Wayagzu sanatan, and he fight a year. Wakana adiban, he was adib. Adib means who is a master of any subject. Fatanan means I think the same meaning. Hafizan lil Quran, Hafizan lil Quran is a simple meaning. I don't able to use it in a sentence, but he memorized the Quran. Salim az-Zawqi, his nature was completely fine. Sahih as-Tamizi, and his ability to difference the good and bad is accurate and right. Jari'an fil haqqi, and he was good in establishing the right thing. Mahiban in the khassati wal ammati, and he was balanced with the common and the special people. Wakana talqal mahya, I do not know the meaning of talqal mahya. Yuhibbu shu'ara, he loved the poets. وَيُطِيهِمْ ata al jazila, and he gave them a lot of prizes or a lot of gifts. وَيَدْنِي مِنْهُ أَهْلُ الْأَدَبِ وَالدِّينِ, and the people of disciplined people and Islamic scholars, or the people who follow the religion very strictly, they are very close to him, Harun Rashid. وَيَتَوَاضَعُ لِلْعُلَمَاءِ, and he was very sweet or towards the Islamic scholars. Now we have to find the Sifat Musabba. So first understand what is Sifat Mushabba. It is an ism which is created from the masdar of Sulasi al-Lazim, like Fa'il Lazim, Rafu Fa'il, Hasanu Wajhuhu. It conveys the permanency of a meaning in the object it relates to. Example, Hasanun, beautiful, is a permanent quality as compared to the ism fa'il, which indicates a temporary meaning. Example, Zaribun is a temporary quality which exists only at the time of the action. So what is ism mubalagha? Sifat mushabba we are learning. So Sifat mushabba is a fail which is actually a ism which is very similar to ism fa'il in its meaning as well as in the requirement. Like the ism fa'il require a fa'il as well as maf'ul. Similarly, Sifat mushabba also required fa'il as well as maf'ul. But the major difference between ism fa'il and Sifat mushabba is that Sifat mushabba represent the quality which is permanent. Or isme file also represent the quality, but it is temporary. For example, when I am saying zaribun, hitting, a person who hit. So zaribun is a temporary quality that if that person is hitting for some time, and he may be he may leave the hitting work and do something else. But if we are representing the sifat mushabba, that quality is going to be permanent. Now see, Kariman, Sifat Mushabba, Fasihan, the same. Then we have Adiban, same. Salim, same. Sahih, Jari'an, Mahiban, Shuara'a, Al Jazil, Ad-Din, Ulama. Translate फिर in the Arab, identify the sega of mubalagha and ism fa'il. Qala Hakimun. Hakim said. Al-mu'minu saburun ism mubalagha. Shakurun ism mubalagha. La nammamun ism mubalagha. La wala hasudun ism mubalagha. Wala haqudun ism mubalagha, wala mukhtalun ism mubalagha. All these words are ism mubalagha. And this nomin is ism fa'il. Yatlubu min al khayrati a'laha wa min al akhlaqi asnaha. La yaruddu sa'ilan ism fa'il. Wala yabkhulu bimalin. Mutawasilul hamam ism fa'il. Mutaradiful ihsan ism fa'il. Wazzanun lil kalam ism fa'il. Wazzan ism mubalagha. Khazzan ism mubalagha. Muhsinun amalihi ism fa'il. Muqsiru ism fa'il. Hiyab, I do not know the meaning of this word. Indal faz'i wala sabun ism fa'il. Mawasin fa'il lil fuqara. Rahim is ism mubalagha biz zuafa. Zuafa is nothing, it's a jama mukassar. Hakim said, a person who believes is subur, patient, shukur, grateful. La nammam, not someone who is not grateful. Husud, jealous. Huqud, I do not remember the meaning. Mukhtal, person who is not good in spreading, giving poor people. I think it's misery or misery. I think. Yatlubu min al khayrati a'lahu. He asks in the good thing to increase. Wa min al akhlaqi asnaha, and in the character a good, highest quality. Wala yaruddu sa'ilan, he do not return the sa'il, a person who came to them. Wala yabkhulu min malin, he do not do misery in his wealth. Mutawasilul hamam, he is a person who mutawasil means the person who adds, who join. Hamam I do not remember. Mutaradiful ihsan. Mutaradiful ihsan, returning the favor. Let me clear you one more thing. So I am doing all these exercises right in front of you, so I can able to teach you that if you do not remember anything, how can you reach to that point and you can know those things. So all these words which I do not have any meaning, I do not know the meaning of these words, simply take this down and try to find in the dictionary. If you not, simply contact me and I will tell you the meanings. Okay, so it's not a big deal if you don't know anything, so you can just don't think all these things in a negative way. Wazzanun lil kalamihi, and he is very heavier in his speeches. Khazanun lisanihi, and he has a very control over his tongue. Muhsinun amalihi, he is very good with his action. Muqsirun fil haqqi amalihi, and he is a person who is very good in haqq, establishing haqq. Bihabi indal faz'i wala thabun in the qami. Faza means when you are very uncomfortable or threatened by something. Tam'a means when some different very hardship falls upon you. Fuqara, mawasi, I do not remember these words, I don't know. I mean, I do not know the meaning of these words, but we have to look in the dictionary, so you can check. Rahimun bizuafai, and he is rahim with the weak people. Then we have ism tafzil. Simply just remember what is ism tafzil. We use ism tafzil when we want to show, we are comparing the two things and we want to show one of them is superior in any quality. There we use ism tafzil. See, ba'zul hawanati, some animals, aqwa minal insani, are stronger than human. So here aqwa is ism tafzil, where we are comparing the human and the animals and human in strength. Al anbiya'u afzalun nasi, the prophets are the greatest people. So here we are comparing the people and prophets in being afzal, who is the greater one. Maryamu fuzalan nisa'i, Maryam is the great scholars among women. Here we are not comparing, we are saying that Maryam is a great scholar amongst women. Ulaika hum khairul bariyah, those are khairul bariyah, good of the creatures. So here just there is no comparison. So just remember, sometimes we mention the two parties in which we are creating a comparison. Sometimes we just simply show one of the party as a higher without mentioning the other party from which we are comparing. An-nisa'u al-fuzalayat, al-fuzalayatu, the good women's or the fazila women's. Al-anbiya'u afazilun nas. So fuzala, the jama of fuzala is fuzalayat. The jama of afzalu is afazil. Al-anbiya'u afazilun nas, prophets are afzal, from greater from people. Ar-rajulani al-afzalani, two great men. Saubuka ashaddu sawadan min saubi, here a proper comparison. Your cloth is more sawadan, black, min saubi, as compared to my cloth. Now exercise of masdar. Sarrani qira'atu rashidinil Quran. Rashidi al-Quran. The tilawat of Rashid makes the tilawat of Rashid to Quran makes me happy. Hubbuka shay'u, hubbuka ash-shay'a ya'mi wa yasummu. Your love to something will make you blind and deaf. Ikramul Arabi az-zaifa ma'rufun. Respect, hospitality of Arabs to guests are famous. Wallahi ala nasi walillahi ala nas, or for Allah on people. Hijjul baiti man istita'a ilayhi sabila. and for Allah on people Hajj of the Kaaba for those who are able towards it. Now we have al-muzaf, section 4.3.7. In case of muzaf, it is assumed that one of the following preposition harf jar is hidden between the muzaf and muzaf ilayh. Okay. So in the case of muzaf, it is assumed that one of the following preposition harf jar is hidden between the muzaf and muzaf ilayh, that is min, fi or lam. See, the common rule is that muzaf ilayh will always have zair on it. But the Nahwiyan, the scholars of Nahw, dig deeper to understand the actual reason why muzaf ilayh will always have zair on it. So they came on the conclusion that we think that between muzaf and muzaf ilayh there is one of the harf jar is hidden. So actually muzaf is not the one who gives zair to muzaf ilayh. There is a harf jar between muzaf ilayh who is responsible for giving zair to the muzaf ilayh. For example, when we are saying khatamu fizzatin, it actually means that there is a min harf jar, which means khatamu min fizzatin. But we are not writing min in the sentence. But just remember, this is just an assumption and the cause why muzaf ilayh will always have zair on it. You do not have to write the actual harf jar between muzaf ilayh. Then we have section 4.3.8, al-ismu tam. The definition: it is an ism which gives the ism tamiz after it a nasab. An ism will be considered as tam when it has one of the following, like tanween, like ma fis samai qadru rahatin sahaban. Or second, a hidden tanween like ma'i ahada ashara rajulan. The originally was ahadun wa asharun. Third, noon of ism, dual ism like indi fakhizani burran, so fakhizani. And D, noon which resembles the noon of a sound masculine plural like jama muzakkar salim, indi ishruna dirhaman, ishruna. Al-ismu tam in the above example cannot be muzaf while having a tanween or having a noon of a dual plural. Thus the ism after it gets nasab because of being tamiz. Okay, let's understand what is ism tam. For understanding the ism tam, I hope you are able to remember the Mumayyiz and Tamiz chapter. Okay, so ism tam is, you can say the ism tam is actually a word which is responsible for giving nasab to the tamiz. This is not a new topic and you do not have to remember like this. Just remember and try to understand this. In the above first topic of muzaf, what we learn that muzaf is not the one who is responsible for providing zair to muzaf ilayh. We assume that there is a word harf jar hidden between muzaf ilayh which gives zair to muzaf ilayh. Similarly, here in ism tam we assume that Mumayyiz is not the one who give nasab to tamiz. It is actually the ism tam which give nasab to tamiz, and ism tam sometimes mentioned in the sentence, sometimes it is not mentioned in a sentence. Okay. For example, sometimes a word with a tanween before tamiz is called ism tam. Like here, sahaban is tamiz and the word before sahaban is rahatin with tanween, so tanween is ism tam. Sometimes there is a hidden tanween like rajulan. Why rajulan having nasab? Because we think that ahada ashra was actually ahadun wa ashrun, so this hidden tanween ashrun is responsible for giving zabar to rajulan. Okay, so you do not have to remember or memorize all these things. Just remember these are the assumptions, these are the cause to point out the exact reason for any word, i'rab of any word. Then we have al-kinaya, that is section 4.3.9. And al-kinaya definition: it is an ism which indicates an unspecified quantity. Just remember, asma'ul kinayat. Asma'ul kinayat are the ism which is used to indicate an unspecified quantity. Okay, we do not know the number, so we generally you ask for with these asma'ul kinayat. We have kam or kaza. They both have the same meaning, but kam is more advanced and it has some other meaning uses as well. See, the kam can be used in two ways: as an interrogative istifham, or as an informative exclamation khabariya. So kam can be used in two ways. Either when we are using kam as a question, like that situation, kam will be known as kam al istifhamiya. And then we have come as a khabariya when we are using come not to ask question but to provide information. So what is come istifhamiya? When come istifhamiya, it's translated generally as how much. It give nasab, it give the ism tamiz after it an nasab, and the tamiz is singular, like come kitaban indaka. So here the kitaban is here the come is used for question. How we know? Because whenever the word after come is having nasab, there we have used the come for questioning. Second situation is that after come there is one of the harfe jar which give majroor to the ism. Again in this place the come is used for questioning. Come min kitabin indak. Now come khabariya, it give tamiz after it a jar because of it being muzaf ilay. A tamiz may be singular or plural. Kam malin anfaqta. If after come there is a word with majroor and there is no harf jar before it, so remember here the come is not used as a question. Here the come is used as a khabar to provide the khabar. Now the question is, why the word after come having a zer on it? So we assume that here the muzaf is hidden or come is muzaf. Both possibility there. Actual reason we have no idea. Then we have kaza, which means so much, such or such. It gives ism after it a nasab and it is singular, like in the kaza dirhaman, I have this much dirham. We do not know the quantity, but we are simply saying an unspecified quantity of dirham. What is the difference between the following sentence? Kam kitaban karata. Here this kam is used as a question. How many books you have read? Kam kitabin karata. So here many of the books you have read. Here this is a complete sentence. Here this is a question, interrogative sentence. Now section 4.4, al-hurufu ghayrul amilati. Here we are learning about the huruf which do not, they have a very important role in sentence as per translation, but they do not touch the i'rab of any word. They do not play any part in changing the i'rab of any word. They are very neutral. They do have a separate meaning. They have a translation, their uses, but they do not make any changes in the i'rab of any word, either it is ism, fi'l or a harf. In huruf ghair amila, first huruf is huruf tambih. These are used to draw the attention of the listeners. These are as follow: ala, ama, ha, from which ala is most commonly used. Ala inna nasrallahi qareeb, behold indeed the Allah help is near. Ama zaidun na'imun, behold Zaid is sleeping. Ha ana hazirun, lo I am present. Haza, this. Note, the actual ism ishara is only the, which I already told you, while ha is the huruf tambih. However, in the common uses, the whole is referred as ism ishara without differentiating it. Then we have huruful ijab. These are used for affirmation of a statement made earlier. These are as follow: naam, bala'i, ajal, jair, inna. They all have the same meaning, but their usage is a little bit different. For example, in naam means yes. We use naam, it is used to confirm a statement, be it positive or negative. For example, if someone say Ajaa Zaidun, did Zaid came? The reply will be naam, which means yes, Zaid came. If someone say Ama Jaa Zaidun, has Zaid not come? If the reply is naam, it means yes, the Zaid did not come. So naam is generally used for yes for the asked question. It does not differ whether the question is asked question is a negative form or a positive form. Then we have bala. Bala means yes and why not. It is used to convert a negative statement into positive one. Bala means yes, but bala is generally used on the place where someone asks the question in a negative form and you want to deny the first question and try to answer in the positive way. For example, if someone say Alam yakum Zaidun, did Zaid did not stand up? The reply will be bala. Bala means yes, Zaid did stand up or stood up. E means yes. It is same as naam, however it is used with an oath, qasam, after a question. So E has the same meaning and ruling as a naam, but E generally used with a qasam. And in Arabic, qasam is wallahi. It means E wallahi. For example, if someone asks Akama Zaidun, did Zaid stand up? When you say E wallahi, it means yes, he stand up. Then we have inna, jairi and ajal. These have the same meaning as naam. If someone says Ajaa Zaidin, the reply can be inna, jaira or ajal. They all have the same meaning. Inna is very rarely used for this purpose. Yes, because inna can be confusing because inna is huruf mushabba bil fi'l as well. Then we have harfa tafsir. This was actually harfani tafsir. Two harf of tafsir. Noon is eliminated and this is harfa tafsir. There are two harf for tafsir. One is an, another one is I. These are used to clarify a word in sentence. These are as follow. Like was'alil qaryata ay ahlal qaryati, and ask the town, that is the people of the town. So here I, first question is was'alil qarya, ask the town. No one can ask the town. So the I ahlal qarya. So the I word explain. From qarya it means ahlal qarya, the people from the town. وَنَادَيْنَاهُ أَيَّا Ibrahim. So we called him. So now the question is who? So then we use there is a use of an harf tafsir and then ya Ibrahim. It means we called Ibrahim, O Ibrahim. Then we have huruful masdariya. Huruful masdariya means a huruf which has the potential and power to convert any fail into masdar. It means any fail into ism. These are the words used to give a masdari meaning. These are as follow. There is anna, an and ma. Ma, an come before jumle failiya and anna comes before jumle ismiya. Example, hatta iza zaqat alayhimul ardu bima rahubat. So here bima rahubat, ma is huruf masdariya which convert the meaning of rahubat to bi ruh biha. So the fail is converted to ism. That is called huruf masdariya. Again, yasurruni an tasduqa. Here an huruf masdariya convert the meaning of fail to the ism, it become muzaf muzafile sidquqa. Balagani anna Zaidan naiman. Anna huruf masdariya which convert the naiman into masdar. Naumu Zaid. Hurufut takhsis. Hurufut tahziz. These are used to encourage someone to do something when they appear before faile muzare. These are as follow. Lauma, laula, halla, ala. Halla tusalli. Do you not pray salah? These particles are also used to create regret and sorrow in the listeners when they appear before faile mazi. Therefore, they are also called hurufut tandim. So, huruf tahziz has two different meaning as per its uses. If huruf tahziz appears before faile muzare, we call it huruf tahziz, and there these huruf used to encourage the listeners to on some action. But when these huruf appears before fele mazi, these huruf are used to create a regret and sorrow in the listener's heart. So there the name of these huruf are huruf tandeem. Tandeem means to create regret and sorrow. Halla sallayt al-asr, have you not prayed asr? Lawla wa lawla is sami'tumuhum kultum, when you heard it, why did you not say? Then we have huruf tawaqqu. Huruf tawaqqa. This is qad. An example of its uses for tawaqqa is as follow. قد يقدم الغائب اليوم. Probably the absent person will return today. Huruf tawaqqu means when you are hoping something to happen. Tawaqqu. Beside tawaqqa, qad can also be used for one or more following. These are all more common than its uses for tawaqqa. Taqreeb, it in this case, it gives fele mazi the meaning of near past. This is used to this uses is specific to fele mazi. Like qad jaa Zaidun, Zaid has arrived recently. Taqleel, in this case, it gives fele muzare the meaning of seldomness. This uses is specific to fele mazi. Like innal jawada qad yabkhalu. In this, sometimes a generous person is miserly. Tahqiq, in this case, it gives fele mazi or fele muzare the meaning of certainty. Qad jaa Zaidun, qad ya'lamullah. Certainly Zaid came, certainly Allah knows. So huruf tawaqqu is only one harf, that is called qad. But there are some other uses of qad as well. Sometimes qad is used for taqreeb. It means when you want to say that something recently happened in past. Then we have another use of qad, that is taqleel. Taqleel means when you want to tell that some of the people are involved in these things. And then we have tahqiq, when you want to establish the something with a certainty that it indeed these things happen or not happen. Qad can also be used simultaneously for more than one of the above mentioned purpose. As an example of qad being simultaneously used for tawaqqu, taqreeb, tahqiq is as follow. Qad qamatis salah, indeed salah has been established, it is about to be established. Note, la'alla can also be used for tawaqqu because la'alla is also used as hoping. Then we have harf al-istifham. Harfani al-istifham, muzaf, noon is eliminated. Hal and Hamza, these are the two huruf al-istifham. Zaidun qaimun is Zaid standing. Hal qama Zaidun, did Zaid stand up. There is no proper rule for using hal and ha. You can use the both word by swapping their places. Then we have a harfur rada, particle of rebuke. This is kalla, which means never. It can be used to rebuke or reprimand. Kalla said in response to someone who says Izrib Zaidan. So kalla is generally used when you want to deny something with a complete emphasized meaning. Like someone says hit Zaid and you want to say kalla, it means I will never hit him at all. It can also be used to convey the meaning of certainty. Kalla sawfa ta'lamun, indeed you will know. Sometimes kalla, when used in Quran, also used for the certainty that this is going to be happen. At-tanween, it is used for one of the following reason. Tamakkun, it means tanween which shows on the ism, that is mu'rab, like Zaidun. Tankir is a tanween which shows an ism to be nakera. And ta'wiz, it is a tanween which is a substitute of muzaf ilay. Yawma is kana kaza, which is yawma is in. So see, in the advanced Nahw book, there are total 5 different types of tanween, from which there are 3 types of tanween is written here. One tanween is a tanween which comes on the mu'rab word, like Zaidun. Zaidun also have a tanween. This is tamakkun. Tamakkun means tanween is a sign of a word, a sign that this word is a mu'rab. Then we have another use of tanween, that is tankir. It means when a tanween is added, we understand that this word is nakera. And then we have a ta'wiz. Ta'wiz means when a tanween is used instead of a whole sentence. For example, yawma is in. Yawma is in, there is a is in tanween here. This tanween is actually the short form of is kana kaza. The whole sentence is converted into this tanween. Then we have Nunu Taqid, which you will be learning in Ilmus Sarf. Nun Taqid Khafifa and Nun Taqid Sakhila. La yazriban. Nun Taqid Khafifa, Nun Taqid with Sukun is called Nun Taqid Khafifa, and with Tashdeed is called Nun Taqid Sakhila. Then we have Harfu Lam. It can be used for the following. Ibtida. It appears before Mubtada. It is used for emphasis. La antum ashaddu rahbatan. So Lam here is a lam of a harf which comes before Mubtada Antum to just emphasize the meaning. Does not play any part in Arab. Jawab, which is called Lamul Jawab. It comes in the answer to Lawla, Law or Qasam. وَلَوْلَا دَفْعُ اللَّهِ النَّاسَ بَعْضَهُمْ بِبَعْضٍ لَفَسَدَتِ الْأَرْضُ. So here the la fasadatil arz. This la comes in the answer to walawla. Then we have wallahi la sumanna gadan. So wallahi here la sumanna. So lam is used in the return of qasam. Then we have zaida. Lam is zaida means neither it is mentioned in the translation nor it affect any Arab. Innahum la yakuluna ta'ama. So here la is just an extra which does not have any meaning here. Then we have huruf zaida. Huruf zaida means these huruf are only written in sentence but do not play any part in translation as well as in Arab. These are not translated. However, they add beauty and emphasis to its meaning. Here it says that it emphasizes the meaning, but in general we do not use these words to emphasize the meaning. We simply translate the way we were translating earlier. They may also stop the effect amal of an amil. But sometimes these huruf, the extra huruf zaid, sometimes stop the effect of any amil huruf. Suppose when we added a two huruf, one is amil and one is ghair amil, sometimes the ghair amil huruf stops the effect of amil. Not always, sometime. In, it appears before ma and nafiya, like ma in zaidun qaimun. Here, if you remove the in, there is no changes in translation as well as Arab. And if you add in, similarly, there is no change in translation as well as in Arab. Then we have an, then we have ma. Ma used with iza, mata or ayu. Aina in harfu jar. Then we have la, la, min, ka, ba. Here ba is harfu jar, min is harfu jar. They do give zair to the next word, but they do not play any part in the translation. So I told you in the earlier, the huruf zaid is written in the sentence but not translated, and they do not change any Arab of the next word. But sometimes some huruf which are most commonly like harf jar, so it is a fixed rule for harf jar that they are going to change the Arab of the next word. So in this situation they are going to play important role in changing the Arab, but the translation does there will be no changes in the translation. Then we have huruf shart allati la tajzum. There are some huruf shart which do not give jazm. We have already learned about this. Conditional particles that do not cause jazm, like amma. However, as far as is concerned, it is used to explain, clarify something which was mentioned briefly. Fa should be used before its answer jawab, like faminhum shaqi'un wa sa'idun fa amma allazina shaqu fa finnar. So some of them will be rich and some blessed. As for the rich, they will be in the fire. Then we have law. Law means if. It is used to negate the second sentence jawab on the account of the first sentence shart not fulfilled. Law kana fihima alihatun illallah la fasadata. So the use of law is that law generally used in the place where the result does not happen because the condition was not met. So it generally happened for something which already happened in past, not in future. So when we say law kana fihima la alihatun illallah la fasadata, if there have been gods besides Allah in them, the heaven and the earth, they would be corrupted. So there will be no corruptions because more than one God does not exist. Note, if a waw is added to law or wallow, it will give the meaning of even, if even though, and will be known as law wasila. Awalima wallaw bishatin. Awlim wallaw bishatin. Celebrate walima even if it with one slaughtered goat. It's a hadith. Okay. So, if not, this is not actually, this rule is not only special with wow, law. If you add wow with before in shartiya or law, they both will give the meaning of even, and the meaning of condition is stopped here or changed to even. Wa in or wa law, they both have the same meaning. Then we have lawma and lawla. If such and such had not been so. Apart from being used to tahziz and tandeem, they are also used to demonstrate that the second sentence jawab cannot be attained because of the presence of condition for the first sentence, shart, like lawla zaidun la halaka bakrun. Had it not been for Zaid, Bakr would have perished. So lawla and lawma, they both used, they are also huruf tahzi and tandeem, but they also used as a shart and jaza, but they are only used in those places where the first condition does not it's very similar to the what I told you about the law also. Second condition does not met because of the first condition. For example, lawla zaidun la halaka bakrun. There was a Zaid, that's why Bakr did not die, or Bakr did not die because there was a Zaid. If one of them is not there, the second would definitely happen. If there was no Zaid, Bakr would be definitely die. If the Bakr would be die, there it means there was no Zaid before. Lamma. This is a zarf in the meaning of heen. It enters upon fele mazi. Lamma, we have already understood the use of lamma. Lamma sallamtu alayhi radda alayhi salam. When I greeted him, he returned my greeting. So lamma generally used with fele mazi, and when lamma used with fele mazi, it gives the meaning of mafule fi, which you also known as zarf. Then we have madama, which is also one of the fele nakis. Its uses is already explained. It is a ma which has the meaning of madama, as long as. Akumu ma jalasal amiru. I will stand as long as the Amir stand, or Akumu ma damal Amiru jalisan. I will stand as long as the Amir, the leader, is sitting. Now we have Huruful Atf, which we have already discussed in section 3.10.4. Final exercise. Go through the whole book and identify the various meaning of and uses of the following. An. An is Hurufe Masdariya. It is also an nasiba, which gives nasab to muzare. In is harfe shartiya. In is also used as ma'e nafiya, means denying. Lam is harfe jar, which comes before ism. Lam-e talil, which comes on fele muzare. Lam-e amr, which comes with fele amr. Then we have lamu taqid, which comes to emphasize the meaning. I is harfe tafsir. It is also used for okay, so this is harfe tafsir only. Ayyana is harfe shart, isme shart. Aina is used as isme istifham, but generally used as isme maful. Not isme maful, only maful. Mafule fi. Mata isme shart, also isme zarf. Lamma, two uses. If it's used with fele mazi, it means it is used as a mafule fi, as zarf, and lamma sometimes used as a shart. Man isme mausul, as well as isme istifham, as well as isme shart. Ma isme mausul, isme istifham, isme shart, but for non-intelligent being. La, lae nahi, lae nafi, la nafi al jins. Hatta, harf jar. Hatta comes before muzare with a hidden an. Fa, fa-e sababiyya, show the cause. Fa-e jazaiya, result. Harf-e atf, with sequence. Waw, harf-e atf. Waw-e ma'iyya with maful. Then waw-e qasamiyya with qasam, wallahi. Then waw, harf-e atf, of course. Then we have anna, huruf mushabba bil fail. Okay. Falhamdulillahi allazi bi ni'matihi tatimmu salihat. Wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulihil kareem wa ala alihi tayyibin at-tahirin wa ala ashabihi ajma'in. Alhamdulillah. So this book is complete. Now I am going to suggest you few other books which help you to understand this Nahw completely. First, either choose one of this book, then either this book or Kafiya or Sharah Ibn Aqil. This is one of the best book of Nahw as far I studied. Sharah Ibn Aqil. This book is in Arabic in the poetic manner. Oh wow, here it's already written Sharah Ibn Aqil and Kafiya. And for practice, okay, for sarf, either read Ilmus-Sigha, and for practice with Ilmus-Sigha also there is Khasiyatul Abwab. Read this book too. Then for practice, read the all 3 volume of Qiraatul Rashida and Nafhatul Arab and the whole volume of Qasasun Nabiyin. Then for practice you can read Muallimul Insha or At-Tariqatul Asriya or Al-Qiraatul Rashida. Then also An-Nahwul Wazih, one of the best book. Okay, this whole book is complete, alhamdulillah. If you have any doubt, any question, please simply ask me and I will try to explain you. And yes, I do accept that I do not hold that amount of energy, knowledge and righteousness in my heart which required to teach any of the Islamic book or related with the Islamic religious studies actually. So I seek forgiveness from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and as well as from you that if I fail somewhere to explain you or fulfill my responsibility, I seek forgiveness from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as well as from you, and I'm sorry about that, and I will try my best to explain and fulfill all my responsibilities and rights towards these books and towards you all. So if you have any doubt, any question, if you are not able to understand any topic, feel free to ask me, call me, message me, and I will try to explain the best way I can, inshallah ta'ala. Assalamu-Alaikum wa rahmatullahi.